What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, I talk about a lot of projects, right? I have a lot of projects. I honestly think I have well over 100 different cryptocurrencies. What I'm heavily invested into, maybe you can narrow it down to about 25. But other things, I invest sparingly into a lot of other projects and try to understand a lot of other projects. While there's also a group of projects you can never understand because they're just meme coins. But I love projects that have utility or that have any type of potential for utility. Jasmycoin was one of those plays and still is one of those plays. When I first invested into it, and I first actually got a glimpse of it, let's go back even further. When I first got a glimpse of it when it came live on Coinbase to trade, it was a lot higher of a price. It also had a lot less supply. And my initial thought to everybody that brought it up, they were like, "What about Jasmy Coin? It's new, it's fresh, it's getting volume, all this stuff." And I was just like, my initial thought was always surrounding the supply. The supply was a big problem for me. They had lower supply. Once they introduced all of the supply, I knew that that's when I can get involved with that. And once they did that, and it got to a point to where they were down 99% or something like that from the high, that's when I was like, this is definitely it. I can get involved in this now because I still believe, even though it's down 99%, it can have a massive bounce back. Maybe not to the all time high like it was, but definitely still seeing a higher and higher market cap. And I was right. We saw a higher market cap than we've ever seen before. And I think there's still a lot of promise in this project. However, when I talked about this before, it was always about Jasmy Coin and the hype and so much attention and so much positivity that kind of drowned out any of the negativity that was there. But now that Jasmy Coin has been down for a little bit and it's not at the 6 cent level anymore, now you have a lot of those people that came in as people that were hype about this play, getting the 10 cents and 20 cents and 30 cents, to now saying Jasmy Coin is dead, it's over, and you don't need to be a part of it. My question is, why are there so many people that are giving up on Jasmy? Is it because it just fell? Is it because it's not moving while other things may move? My job here on YouTube, right, is primarily to talk about the projects that I love, things that I'm investing into, and people can learn from those things. So when I talk about other projects running, it makes it feel like everything else in the world is running besides those other projects that you were talking about. So when I talk about CRO going 70, growing 70% or 100% or something like that, it makes it seem like Jasmy Coin is the worst thing and I'm never going to talk about it again. That's not the case. I am still invested in the Jasmy Coin. I invested at 40% of a penny for $4,000 and I have 1,000,000 coins. And guess what? I still have 1,000,000 coins. I'm not giving up on this play, but then there are other people that are like, if you're talking about this, I'm going to take my Jasmy Coin and throw it into XRP. I'm going to take my Jasmy Coin and throw it into CRO because that's what you're talking about right now. You're not talking about Jasmy Coin anymore, right? And honestly, I can't talk about everything all at once. I can try and make as many videos as possible, but I start flooding the YouTube scene with 10 Matthew Perry videos because I need to catch up on 10 different projects that are there and whatever they're doing. I will talk about them sparingly. I will go into Jasmycoin. I've mentioned them in a few videos in the last 2 weeks. And I know there was a time where I was talking about them every day. When you see that hype and you see that attention, you're going to continue to talk about it because there's that potential for continued growth. And while there is still other things that also have that potential, again, I can't talk about all of those things all at one time. So if you guys could, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, feel free to check that out. You can actually trade Jasmy Coin on BTCC, I believe, all the way up to a 50x leverage. And if you specifically use my link, You will get a 10% deposit bonus, extra bonuses up to $10,055, and you can get 40% lower trading fees. Don't forget about the ability to trade all the way up to a 500x leverage on many other projects, and they're just giving you a ton that you can benefit from just from signing up and just from being a part of it and depositing and trying to make money on their platform. They also allow you to demo trade. You can trade outright. You can own outright. So feel free to check that out. The link will be at the top of the description for this platform. Now, Jasmycoin currently stands at 1.4 cents. It's at a $703 million market cap with $32 million worth of volume. Now, I'll admit, it doesn't look great to see it with a 4.5% volume to market cap ratio, but there's not much that's going into other cryptocurrencies outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and right now we're seeing still $1 billion is going into CRO and some top tier meme coins as well. So outside of those like top 10 coins, top 20 coins, you're not seeing much money that's flowing into other things that are there, especially something that has already been well established and has, its potential to move forward, but doesn't have much conversation or news that's out there. We're still seeing it at 49.44 billion Jasmy that's in circulating supply, that's in circulation, 50 billion total. So all of the supply is out there. I understand when we look at this a month ago, it's down 9%. We look at it a year ago, it's down 26%. We look at the high point at that 6 cent level and the market cap at that 6 cent level, we were at about a $3 billion market cap. It should be and can be worth 3 billion, 2 billion, 6 billion, 10 billion, right? It could be worth those levels and will be worth those levels. But there's many of you guys that have given up on Jasmycoin. And maybe I'm part of that. Not part of the group that's given up, but part of the reason as to why some people are giving up. Because some of the videos that I would make about Jasmycoin, you might not see because I only make one a week, two a week. And many people in my live streams are just like, why aren't you live streaming about Jasmycoin? I want to know about this play. And then I'll also get the comment say, should I sell all of my Jasmy for CRO because CRO is running right now? I'll tell you this. You want to invest into projects and you want to invest into cryptocurrencies when they are down, when they are at a 1.4 cent level. Because if people are talking about them a heavy amount, it might be a little too late to get as much as you want. Right now, if you wanted to buy $1 million, it would be $14,000, which is a lot of money. But also, if you wanted to buy $1 million at the 6 cent level, it would be $60,000. Do you get what I'm saying here? You want to buy and be a part of it and average down when it is at its low, not when people are talking about it. If everyone is talking about it, then you're not going to get as much as you want, or it even may be too late. If we're like, oh, Jasmycoin's going to get to $1 and it's currently at 99 cents, and you're like, all right, well, now I want to make my investment, it's kind of a little too late to look for that goal of $1. You're only gaining 1% on what you had there, right? You're not gaining a lot in the end. You're not taking advantage of that investment. So you shouldn't sell your Jasmycoin for CRO, which CRO has risen by, 70, 80%. Right? You don't want to take that money that is currently in at a low price and put it in something that's at a high price. You're now chasing, and you're now going to flip the script to where you're buying high and selling low, meaning that you're losing money. If you're buying low and you're selling high, you're gaining money. Just always keep that in mind. Don't panic. Don't quit on Jasmycoin, because Jasmycoin will be worth a lot more than you think. And I can't wait for that to happen. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. I just wanted to make this video to kind of talk about that a little bit. Not really too much news or any news related to Jasmycoin, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and check out my link for BTCC down below if you guys want to get started, maybe trading it, even at a lower price than where it stands. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.